Good morning, my lovely. I'm saying good morning to my little. Is that a koala head or ones with big ears? I don't know what it's supposed to be, a gremlin head. Well, would I say a green gremlin head with Andromiscus cristatus. Midday, 12:15, or should I say, to be exact, 12:15, lunchtime. I came out here just to see what the condition of the sun is doing to my succulents. On the left is where the sun shines. So this is midday, and you can see the divide of the shadows. So from here to the right, it's mostly in the shadows. Of course, with a few exceptions, with a Sedum clavatum and a few pots there. Now, on the right-hand side is where I have my permanent fixture of the shelves, which houses a lot of different succulents. So, we've got Echeveria, we got Pachyphyllum, we got Echeveria, we've got Andromiscus, Sedum, and what else? Well, you know what I mean. I'm just looking and I'm just inspecting. So this area would have less sun. Even though it's got less sun, there's a lot of plants in here that are naturally colored. When I say naturally colored, it means that they are born that way. So say, for example, this one is agarwood. That's already a hybrid. So I don't know exactly the parentage, but one of them is a Romeo. Rubin, I would say. And this is an Echeveria Romeo Rubin, and I have one on top here, which is the Rubin, just plain Rubin. And to me, there's no really difference from the plant. So I think maybe it's the same plant, maybe it's a different plant, but well, I can only assume that the parentage or the original plant would have to be Echeveria Agavoides Romeo. Now this Rubin or Romeo Rubin has always been that color. It would change in intensity during summer is when they actually lighten the color. So if you see the center, that sort of goes green at the heat of summer. So when it's hot, it doesn't like it when it's hot. And when it's cold, like right now, it's autumn here in Australia. So we have reverse season from southern and northern hemisphere. We're the southern hemisphere. So right now we are autumn and it is spring in the northern hemisphere. Now this Romeo Rubin is starting to go back to its original dark tone, like in the bottom here. But you can see that one there is still being shined on. And that's why it's still not coloring up as it's supposed to be. The next couple of weeks were between 4 degrees to 21 degrees, which is an ideal time or temperature for growing succulents. Most succulents love this temperature, and I just see my icy green in here that has sunk. So it's gone down, and the tip of it, look, because we just had rain yesterday, so the tip of it has got slightly damaged. I also have some birds coming around here that's been hitting them. So, but that one, I'd say that just got damaged from the rain and, oh, little birdie. It's actually a birdie pot. And that needs to be lifted up. So, and I have to remove those damaged leaf on the left hand side there, or else it's gonna go through the whole plant and kill it. Now this Echeveria bluebird is nice and blue, and also with that pot you'd think it'd be all muted and wouldn't stand out, but it does. It's just a good combination. But if I can, oopsie, can I remove you? No, I can't. I actually secured that in the bottom, so that's not gonna fall off. I forgot. So down in the bottom I put a wire. So I put a wire through the hole, because there's 2 holes. I drilled 2 holes in this pot, and then I fed the wire through, and that's what's holding it. And that's why, even though it's at the edge of glory, it doesn't fall off. But just take note how blue this bluebird is. On the left hand side, where the sun is right now shining, I have placed some bluebird to color up. So these are Echeveria Bluebird in a pot. And even that one, that was much bluer than blue or than pink. And now it's starting to color up as well. So they do like the sun. So if you want to color up your succulents, you have to expose it to the sun, and also cooler temperature is what activates them. Now, speaking of cooler temperature, Sedeveria Letizia here is one plant that I love the most during autumn, because that's when it shows its true beauty. It just colors up so nicely, much more intense than the color you see on the screen right now. That goes maybe around May when we get the first frosts. That's when it just colors up so red, and it's not even a red, it's like an orangey red. That's just so beautiful. But you can see that that's where the sun is shining, and that's why this part is all nice and red. But the opposite side, where it's in the shadow, you can see it's mostly green. So what I propose to do with this one is, should we actually take this off here and move it somewhere else where it can get the autumn sun and also the winter sun? I think we should do that. But okay, I'm just going to take this out, and I'm just going to show you again where I'm going to place it. So this was on my right side, and I'm now putting it over on that side where that tree is, but that's got to go as well. So if my arms or my shoulder got better, then I will remove that. And I also had an accident before Easter. I fell down and had the trolley toppled all over me, but anyway, hurt my back, and so now my arms is going numb, so which means I can't do as much in the garden as I would like to be, so I have to take it easy. But anyway, so I'll just take this off, and from this spot to the sunny spot over here, which houses a lot of Ionium. So I am preparing them for winter, and you can see that these plants here are coloring up nicely, but that one I'm worried that's not gonna survive the frost, so there will be covering on this spot. And the Letizia I'm gonna put down here where that lemon rose variegated that's about to die is sitting on. So let's just go do that, and after that we're going to talk about the lemon rose variegated that's about to die. I finally moved my Sedeveria Letizia over on this spot, and now you can see that the sun is hitting this spot here where it's all green. So that should color up nicely now with the heat of the sun and also the cool nights. So maybe in a couple of weeks time, before May, so since it's only the 17th, so in 2 weeks time, all of this spot here, or that side that's all green, will be the same color as this one, and the rest of these ones here will be more intense, except maybe from the back part there that would start to lighten up, but it doesn't matter. So as long as it's getting more sun, this is a more suitable place to place my Sedeveria Letizia. On a different note, this is Echeveria Lemon Rose Variegated, which I purchased in February 2023. I bought it locally, so it was sitting in that pot, or the soil that it came with. It's potted up, and I paid $16 for this plant. Now, there's a reason why I have to mention the price. Now, this I just recently repotted because I left it in the pot and it started to go funny and go mushy, started to rot basically. And I thought I could save it, but I haven't even watered this. I just repotted it, but on the side there you can see those dark spots. That's a sign that that plant is not very healthy to start with, and you can see that it's already looks soft. It's barely that's on its way out. But anyway, after buying this a couple of weeks later, I saw a plant for sale online, a bigger plant, which I paid $25. So I'm just gonna say $16 and $25. So hang on, I just move it over here. I'll take out the Sedum clavatum. Variegated. Hang on, I don't know even how to pick this up. Okay, because this all needs to be moved around. I'm going to retire that lemon rose. I'll still give it a chance, but that's already going to die. So it doesn't matter. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. And this beautiful arrangement of Ionium is just strikingly beautiful. Anyway, so look how much fungus gnats I've got there. So it's important to have those yellow sticky paper fly trap to get rid of fungus gnats, because right now it's cold and it's wet, but when we do have frost, all the fungus gnats that are around in this area will all die. So if we get -2, they'll be all dead. But anyway, I'm gonna get to the lemon rose variegated, which I paid for $25. See, look how big that is compared to this one. So you can imagine this one all full, which is the equivalent of that baby at the back there. So that's about the size of this rotting one when I got it. But this one now, which I paid $25, look, I used the same pot as well. That's a big pot and this is a small pot, but it didn't help. This one just wants to die. Maybe it will still survive, so I will leave it. It's completely dead. Right now it's only 60% dead. No, it's a bit say half dead. But anyway, it is half dead because half of it is rotting. Now anyway, that one now is far better value for money than this one. So anyway, that one now we're gonna leave it with this one. So it's important to buy plants. Sometimes people question why I buy the same plant. This is the reason why. You do get strains that are weak and you get strains that are strong, and sometimes, or a lot of times, people will cry. Like my friend of mine, she cries every time her succulents die because she happens to have the weak strain. Just because they're the same succulents doesn't mean that they're going to perform the same. So it's a bit like us as well. Some of us are very healthy and some of us are very sickly, and succulents can also be the same. Another reason why I move this Letizia here, apart from trying to color it up, is also the frost, because Letizia is only good up to -4. The minute the temperature goes colder than -4, then they tend to die. So, but in here, they'll be much protected compared to out there in the open. Now that I have an empty spot, what do we propose we put in place of the Letizia? Sedum, Pachyphyllum, Koigokoro. Look how beautiful. This nice, chubby, blushed colored sedum. So it's what I replaced my Letizia with. Anyway guys, that's all I've got for this video. Now that's actually frost hardy, so lovely queue. Look how lovely your queues are. And this one is Blue Dragon. And this one is, I forgot your name. It's an ebony. One of the ebonies that I've grown, which I was grown from seed, that is, so which I'm very, very, very happy with the way it's turned out. As I neglect the rest of my ebony, that one is just well looked after. And of course, the rest of them are just pretty little owl with the highlighter. And oh, I forgot, see, yes, this one, this is another bluebird that I am coloring up. So anyway guys, that's all I got for this video. Oh, Camano Puebla, look how beautiful those tips are becoming. Anyway, thank you so much for watching guys, and hope I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye. Oh, I have to replace that. I have to remove that pot there and put something else in there. I wonder what I can put in there. I've got a craving for the bad stuff. Look at that. Looks so good, but is it actually bad for you? Oh my goodness. So this is vanilla slice. We're gonna stab. It's got grapes, kiwi fruit, passion fruit, and strawberry from the garden. And hang on, we just have to try the bad stuff first. A little bit of the good stuff. And some more of the good stuff. And more good stuff. Now we're gonna have the bad stuff again. Wash it down with coffee. This is what life is all about.